got to get our in-house monitors working.
And Jason, right in time. Got them working.
Yes. So we've at least got timing. We don't have the in-house monitors, so we luckily, Chase and Carl, do have the super screen to our right, which is of a significant size that we can actually see what the people are seeing at home while they work on our in-house monitors. But this is the first lot of a High Limit International Sprint Car Hot Laps, event number 1. And it's actually scheduled for 5:25, so we're only 35 minutes behind.
Not bad.
So we'll be able to make that up. So the cars out on track are AJ Nash in cover 9, 41 of Michael Keane, 7 of Cole Macedo, 49 of Brad Sweet, 66 is Ryan Newton, 99 Jamie Maiolo, 80 James Inglis, 76 is that of Joel Ettridge, and 17 is George Eaton as we go green. The first of the hot lap sessions here this evening. Jamie Maiolo in the 99. There is Joel Ettridge in 76 coming past us as we overlook the venue. Here at the moment, cars doing their 2 hot laps. And the quickest at the moment is a 15.172 by Jamie Maiolo. Ryan Newton, a 15.298. Joel Ettridge goes to the top with a 14.894 as the cars complete lap number 1 of 2. Ettridge, Sherlock, now Cole Macedo jumps to top. Brad Sweet now goes to the top with a 14.769. So it's Sweet, Macedo, Newton, your top 3. As the checkered flag comes out, Brad Sweet is quickest with a 14.769. Cole Macedo, 14.841. Ryan Newton, a 14.853. Joel Ettridge next with a 14.894. And James Inglis, 5th with a 14.895. They're the top 5 after hot lap session number 1 here this evening. Brad Sweet, Macedo, Newton, Ettridge and Inglis, your top 5. Second group of cars already in the staging lane, and they'll be pushed away in just a moment.
So car number 95 in Broxiafoss from Pennsylvania of the USA is going to be the first out of the chute alongside Gio Selzy from California. Then we've got Jack Williamson and Andrew Priolo in the 24 and 8 cars. Tim King and Jason Kendrick in 51 and 11 respectively. The 1K of Kyle Larson, third of the Americans in this set of hot laps for High Limit International Sprint Cars. Lancaster is joining the queue, and so is Chris Coyle, who sadly ran out of noise last night. He got caught up here in turn number 4 for Mobile 1, where the incident was a lot more dramatic than what we initially thought, but he got some air and a couple of twists and turns, and unfortunately he was out of contention for the feature. So they get a push away. A humid afternoon heading into the evening. A setting sun at about 25 past 7 here in Kwinana Beach, Western Standard Time. So about an hour and a half away. A minute to 6 it is right now, PM, for those that are in the United States on FloRacing Live. Hope you enjoy the coverage. Nice to have your company. So the breeze a little bit lighter tonight than what it was last night. We had a howling southwesterly breeze last night, but just a light southwester tonight. Still quite warm. But plenty of cloud around and a few showers, but it isn't going to affect us here. So away we go. Selzy, Zierfoss, Larson, Prowler, Kendrick, Bolger, Williamson, Lancaster, King and Coyle now motoring around the raceway. And working about mid-track right now because the track has been heavily prepped. A fair bit of water goes into the surface. The clay, as Broxiafoss goes through, a 14.24, then Larson 14.05. So similar to what we saw last time, and then we saw the quick times come down to around 13.5 as Jason Kendrick lowers it to a 13.8, then Larson to a 13.7, Lancaster a 13.9. So the three cars on the raceway that have been able to go under 14 seconds. As the orange lights come on, Larson, the quickest of that hot lap group with a 13.74, Jason Kendrick 13.99, Ryan Lancaster 13.98.
High Limit International. As we take a look at the cars coming onto the racetrack, the first one to get pushed onto the speedway is the driver from right here in Perth, Western Australia. It's the Adamson and Cross Park Engineering TD Granny Flats Cycle Bar number 94. It's Matthew Cross. Matthew Cross in car number 94. And also rolling onto the backstretch now, it's the driver also from right here in Perth, the Nutrien Water Cason Hydraulic Penrite Holman number 18. That's Daniel Harding. Daniel Harding in the 18. Making his way into turn number 4 now. The driver is from Geraldton, Western Australia. The Mobil 1 Avalon Group, New Ground Water number 3. Last night's second place finisher, that is Callum Williamson. Callum Williamson in car number 3. And rolling across the flag stand now, in the number 25 from Kalgoorlie, it's the Totally Workwear Midland Barbagallo Kalgoorlie Case and Drill Australian Diamond Drillers number 25. That is Taylor Milling. Taylor Milling in car number 25. Also on the speedway, you cannot miss this car out there. It's the driver also from Geraldton, Western Australia, the Denati Hotshots MJ Walker Bayless Electrical Group Proline Concrete number 67 of JD Dack. JD Dack in the 67. Also on the racetrack from Gold Coast, Queensland, Australia, the Advanced Mobility, Mako Mining, Stingray, Boss Group, number Q65. It's Luke Oldfield. Luke Oldfield in the 65. The defending champion here at Perth Motorplex, also on the racetrack from Bunbury, Western Australia, the Mobil 1 Bunbury Toyota, JFE Group, Maxwell Racing Engines, number 2 of Dane Kingshot. Dane Kingshot in car number 2. And also out there on the racetrack from Waddallup, Western Australia, the Napa Auto Parts East Coast Logistics, Castrol, Danny Porter Mechanical, number 60 of Caden Manders. And the final car in this group making his way off of turn number 2 now, that is Justin Whittle of Vincenttown, New Jersey, to RBH Group, Turret Engineering, Cool Chassis, CS Designs, number 21. Fastest in that group was Callum Williamson at 13.497. 13497 the lap time for Williamson. I believe that is the fastest lap we've seen so far here tonight. Justin Whittle in second at 13.534. Caden Manders is third at a 13.664. Taylor Milling in fourth, 13.374. And Luke Oldfield in fifth at a 13.880. Followed by Daniel Harding, Dane Kingshot, Matthew Cross, and JD Dack, the 9 cars in hot lap session number 3. One more group left to run.
Just before you chime in, Cole Macedo last night, when we actually had our quick time, did a 13.426. So when you compare that to what Callum Williamson did just then, he wasn't far off the pace. So we might be going a little bit quicker here tonight, I'd suggest, Chase.
I would suggest that will be the case as well. Jason Chase,
Beautiful.
Yes.
Chase
to the nicely, right and Chase to the left. As the car's now out on track for hot lap session number 4. There's a man who will really want to redeem himself tonight. There's Jock Goodyear, who failed to qualify last night in the A main. Also out there is the 9 of Matt Jewell and the 77 of Brad Maiolo. 23 James McFadden. He had no problems last night. He took the win. And $12,500. Matt Eagle's out there as well. Cam McKenzie, Brad Maiolo. Brooke Newson is back tonight in car number 90. As we go green with hot lap session number 4. Qualifying will come up straight after this. As we look from high above, first lap will come from Matt Jewell. Matt Jewell starts us off with a 14.437. Brad Maiolo 13.96. Jock Goodyear goes quicker. Matt Eagle goes quicker. As each car comes by, they go quicker than the last. Matt Eagle 13.572. Jock Goodyear 13.602. Jock Goodyear now 13.390. So that's some good news for Jock. Certainly quicker than last night. Matt Eagle, James McFadden and Kerry Madsen as they come across the line. But Jock Goodyear, the former national champion, 13.390 is the quickest in that group from Matt Eagle in a 13.490. So we have a look at Jock Goodyear. And back then to James McFadden, who was third quick, then Kerry Madsen and Brad Mayolo, they were your top 5. As they go back to the infield. And we'll be straight up with the Scudderfield Smash Repairs qualifying in just a moment. Contact Scudderfields and they'll sort out the rest on a 94545331 for a repair quote within 1 working day. If you've been in a smash, no need to call an insurer. Call Scudderfield Smash Repairs. Qualifying will be up in just a tick as we get ourselves underway with the program. If you've just joined us around the world on Flow, we had a power failure which took out the entire venue, but we're back up and running. So just bear with us as we get some of our systems to where they need to be, but we do have some vision. So we do have the vision back, and the timing has come back on for us in the booth as well. And obviously the power is back on, which was the main thing. But yes, a significant time delay due to something outside of our control. But you can see a massive crowd in once again, rivaling last night's crowd. It is a Sunday night with a Monday night to come.
Did want to mention this as well, Jason, before we get into qualifying. The track record here at Perth Motorplex, established earlier this year on October 10th of 2024 by the Kiwi, Michael Pickens, a 12.460, 12460. So we're pretty well off the pace as we look at the hot lap times, but I'm sure we'll get maybe down in that 12-second bracket. We'll have to wait and see, but that lap time, a 12.460, set back on October 10th of 2024 by Michael Pickens.
He was one of 13 drivers that actually went underneath that time. I've got it here, all the squares in purple, all the drivers that actually went underneath the existing record, and Michael Pickens was the last of those. So yeah, it was some hell of a night, our opening night to Powerpalooza, with all of those drivers going underneath the record. It was just absolutely crazy. And Chase, not only did the sprint cars go under, all the support categories.
Was there a bunch of rain that came in a couple of days before? Or?
Well, because it's our first race meeting of the year, the track conditions are conducive to very quick race times. It happens every year, but the amount of sprint cars that went underneath that track record was absolutely insane. Scudderfield Smash Repairs qualifying is underway with Brad Sweet, the first car out onto the racetrack, and he'll be joined by the 45 of Aaron Cherkoff as we get ourselves underway with qualifying. Brad Sweet last night was the last car to go out. It's reverse order tonight as we go green. Aaron Cherkoff is also hoping for a better night than he had last evening. So Brad Sweet comes out of turn number 4. Last night finished 5th in qualifying. Kicks us off with a very, very good 13.086. That would have won last night's qualifying by a significant margin. And Aaron Cherkoff at 13.163. The heavier conditions, I think, are going to play into our hands. It's a 12.962. It's going to be a quick racetrack. So 12.962, and Aaron Cherkoff does a 13.163. So he improves as well. So it is going to be quick during qualifying.
Next 2 cars rolling onto the racetrack now, led out by the driver right here in Perth. It's the A1 Locksmiths, Bridgestone Morley, Penrite, ABP Freighters, number 17, WX, it's George Eaton. And also on the racetrack from Boyanup, Western Australia, the City Discount Tires, BOQ, Autosmart, Polylink, number 76 of Joel Etridge. Joel Etridge in the 76 and George Eaton in the 17 WX. Eaton got upside down during last night's B main event. Lap number 1 for George Eaton. He's going to turn in a 13.974, 13974. Lap 1 for Etridge. He is now third quick at 13.698, 13698. Both of these drivers failing to make the feature last night. Lap number 2 for George Eaton is going to improve to a 13.819. Lap 2 for Joel Etridge is going to improve as well to a 13.576. They are both third and fourth out of 4 cars so far.
Well, you knew it was going to be a faster racetrack, given that Cole Macedo, as I did say a short time ago, posted 13.426 in quick time last night, and we had drivers that were in and around that in hot laps, as we see the 9 of AJ Nash He's against the time clock first, and the 80 of James Inglis, who has spent the last 2.5 months out of the race car. He came back on Boxing Night, and he's proven that he is a very capable driver. As through goes Nash, his first time is a 13.63. Needs to squeeze some more speed, as does Inglis, a 13.499. So chasing the time of the American Brad Sweet, who sits at the top with a 12.96. Nash, second time better, 13.555. Inglis, second time better, 13.375. So only one of the 5 drivers' fastest time has been their first lap, which is a little bit of a theme because last night, first lap fastest in qualifying, 13 of 38 cars. Jace.
It certainly was. There's someone else who wants to go quicker tonight as we go green on the 66 from Queensland, Ryan Newton. And Ryan Newton in the 66 has been quick here before. In fact, Ryan Newton won the feature race on opening night, and second not long thereafter. So he's been going well here. Ryan Newton comes up with a 13.430, which is 4th quick. Jamie Maiolo jumps up to 5th with a 13.544. Lap number 2 for the Queenslander. Ryan Newton comes across the line, jumps up to 3rd with a 13.363. Car number 99 of Jamie Maiolo, he jumps up to 3rd with a 13.34.
41 of Michael Keane. Michael Keane in the 41, and last night's quick timer is also on the racetrack now from Lemoore, California. The Beller Modular Homes, TD Granny Flats, Complete Parts and Equipment Solutions, RBH Group number 7. It's Cole Macedo. Cole Macedo in the 7, Michael Keane in the 41. Keane unable to make the feature last night. Cole Macedo did finish in the 6th position after leading the first half or so of the race. Lap 1 for Michael Keane. He is going to be 7th quick, and Cole Macedo up to the 2nd spot, 13.159. 13.159. Keane's nose wing is coming off as he works off of turn number 4. Lap number 2, he is going to slow down, it appears, to a 13.930. Lap 2 for Cole Macedo. He is going to slow down as well, 13.232. The first lap was better, 13.159. Cole Macedo 2nd, Michael Keane 8th of 10.
So rolling through after a bit of a delay due to a power failure external to the Perth Motorplex here on Kwinana Beach, through FloRacing Around the World Live. Thanks for your company as we have Brock Ziafos out there on the racetrack in the 95 and the 71 car of Gio Selzy from California. He's going down the back straight. His fellow countrymen here in the main straight. What can these two do? Ziafos down the page, 7th, 13.43. And through goes Selzy in a 13.53. So they're in 7th and 8th place right now, trying to find a little bit more speed. Second time round, Ziafos, he finds a little bit, only about 1,000th of a second, 13.40. So to 7th he stays, and Selzy jumps up the page to the top 4 with a 13.222 for the American, the USA 71.
Well, can Brad Sweet go right through from start to finish as the quickest driver? 12.962 the time to beat. Macedo, Chirkop, Selzy, Maiolo and Ryan Newton, your top 6 after 12. As the next car out on the racetrack is the 8 of Andrew Priolo, and with him is car number 24 of Jack Williamson. Andrew Priolo last night qualified 22nd, while Jack Williamson qualified in 11th. Lap number 1 for Andrew Priolo. He jumps up to 5th with a 13.307. It looks quick by the 24 of Jack Williamson. It is quick. It's a 13.252. He goes to 5th. Andrew Priolo down to 6th. Priolo's second lap. It's not quick enough. It's a 13.307. His quick time. He remains 6th, while Jack Williamson remains in 5th place. His quickest time is a 13.252.
And out come your next 2 qualifiers, led on to the Speedway by a guy with more than 25 wins over the last decade and a half here at the Perth Motorplex. It's Jason Kendrick out of Perth, Western Australia, the Triple M 92.9 Canning Vale Toyota Castrol Valley Transport number 11 car. And also on the Speedway from Mora, Western Australia, the Rumbold Ford Generation Ag, Barclay Engineering, Munda Reds, Drought Masters number 51. It's Tim King. Tim King in the 51 and Jason Kendrick in the 11. Kendrick making his way off the 4th corner for lap number 1, and it is going to be 9th quick at a 13.364. Lap number 1 for Tim King is second quick, 13.063. 13063. Lap number 2 for Jason Kendrick. How about 6th quick, 13.246. Tim King on lap 2. He will slow down to a 13.355, but that is second quick for Tim King on lap number 1. Meanwhile, Jason Kendrick in 6th.
So 6 of 16 have posted their fast time on their first lap, and 3 of the top 4. So we've got a very similar theme developing. The fast lap can sometimes be the very best in the first, as we see the number 1 car out there right now, Kyle Larson, with the 1K and the 44 of Lancaster from Western Australia, Ryan Lancaster. He's down the back straight. It is coming into the main straight, Kyle Larson to post his time, and he moves to second, 13.02. Can he squeeze a little bit more speed and climb over Brad Sweet with a 12.96? Lancaster went through. He's down the page in 14th, 13.43. Second lap for Larson, not quicker. Or it was actually, sorry, it was quicker. 12.99, just outside Brad Sweet's time at 12.96. Let's have a look at the replay of Kyle Larson.
Well, Kyle Larson at 12.997. He's 0.035 of a second off of Brad Sweet, who has led from the very start. Can he go through all 38 cars? Let's have a look at Chris Coyle in car number 79. He needs some luck because he had no luck last night, and he qualified in 28th place last night. Out there with him is Miles Bolger in the 13. Chris Coyle's opening lap, it's 15th quickest with a 13.494. Miles Bolger comes across the line. His time is 20th quickest at 13.835. Out of Mobile 1, turn number 4 for the second time. Chris Coyle doesn't improve, remains in 15th place in the 79, and Miles Bolger does improve. He goes up 1 spot with a 13.670. So Miles Bolger to 19th. Chris Coyle remains 15th, but it's still Brad Sweet from Kyle Larson.
Here come your next 2 qualifiers onto the racetrack, led out by the drive from right here in Perth, the Adamson and Cross Park Engineering TD Granny Flat Cycle Bar, sponsor number 94. That's Matthew Cross. And also on the racetrack from right here in Perth as well, the Nutrient Water, Cason Hydraulic, Penrite, Holman. Number 18, it is Daniel Harding. Daniel Harding in the 18, Matthew Cross in 94. Cross on lap number 1. He will be sitting 16th quick at a 13.514. Lap 1 for Daniel Harding. He is going to jump into the 13th spot at a 13.376. 13376. Matthew Cross, a little smoke showing out of the side of the car. Lap number 2 going to improve to a 13.440. That is 16th quick. And Harding on lap number 2, he will slow down to a 13.401. First one was better at 13.376. He is 13th overall. Meanwhile, Matthew Cross down in 16th.
So Brad Sweet, the time to beat, 12.96. Larson at 12.99. The only 2 to break 13 seconds at the moment. The 65, Luke Oldfield from Queensland. He's been strutting his stuff here for a little while now to get his practice up. And JD Dack, the lightest and brightest car on the track, I can tell you that, as he goes down the back straight. Here in the main straight, the 65, and he's pretty quick, up to 12, 13.368 for Luke Oldfield as Dak goes through. He's down the page, 23rd right now with a 13.70. Second time round for Oldfield, and it's good. He's up into the top 10. He's 7th with a 13.237. And Dak, he goes quicker, but he's still down in 23rd at 13.70 second lap. So the second lap proving to be quickest for most drivers. But we've got 3 drivers sitting in the top 5 who posted their fastest time, King, Macedo and Chirkop, on their very first lap. We've still got some hard charges to come.
And the first of those is Taylor Milling in car number 25, qualified 6th last evening, and with him is Callum Williamson in car number 3, qualified 7th last night. So Taylor Milling, the first of those to come out of turn number 4 to record a time. And Taylor Milling's time's at 13.276, which is not too bad at all. And Callum Williamson comes across the line, and Williamson does a 13.157. He jumps up to 4th place. Taylor Milling is currently 11th, remains there with a 13.276. Callum Williamson comes across the line. What can he do? It's a 13.113. He remains in 4th place in the 3 car.
Next up, from Bunbury, Western Australia, here is the Mobile One Bunbury Toyota JFE Group Maxwell Racing Engines number 2 of Dane Kingshot. And also on the racetrack, from Wattleup, Western Australia, the Napa Auto Parts East Coast Logistics, Castrol, Danny Porter Mechanical number 60 of Caden Manders. Caden Manders in the 60, Dane Kingshot in the 2. Kingshot, the defending Perth Motorplex track champion. Last night, 5th place finish in the feature. Lap number 1 for Kingshot is going to be 12th quick at a 13.277, 1.3277. Lap 1 for Caden Manders comes across the line for a 13.195. That is 7th quick overall for car number 60. Lap number 2 for Dane Kingshot. He will improve to 7th quick, 13.166, 1.3166. And Caden Manders on lap number 2.
Jersey in the USA is going to be first to go against the time clock in this combination as he set sail against the time clock first time round at car number 90 of Brooke Newson from Pearsall here in Western Australia. Newson's got problems. She had problems last night and takes the car immediately out, so no time. And Whittle goes through. He's up there in 3rd place, 13.024. Can he get some extra speed like his fellow countryman on the 2nd time round as he charges to the line? And what have we got? We have a no is the answer to that question. 13.02, first lap was the quickest for Whittle, so just behind Sweet and Larson. It's an American 1, 2, 3 on the tree right now.
Next 2 cars coming out is the 22 of Jock Goodger and the 77 of Brad Maiolo. It is still Brad Sweet, your quick time at the moment from Kyle Larson, Justin Whittle. Tim King with an amazing time is in 4th place in the 51. Out of Mobile One, turn number 4 they come. Jock Goodger, lap number 1 for Jock Goodger, puts him in 10th place with a 13.212. Lap number 1 for the 77 of Brad Maiolo. He's done a 13.355. That's 18th quick. Jock Goodger's 2nd lap doesn't improve. It's a 13.216. Brad Maiolo's 2nd lap as he comes across the line. It's a 13.355. So Maiolo 18th, Goodger in 10th place.
Next 2 cars rolling trackside. Out of Penfield Gardens, South Australia, here's the McLeod Toyota Specialized Tire. New power tires, A1 welding number 52 of Matt Eagle. And also on the racetrack, it is the driver from T, South Dakota. The State Bank of Fairmont Octane Inc., Franklin Motor Company, Dahmer Trucking number 09 of Matt Jewell. So Matt Jewell and Matt Eagle, the 2 cars on the racetrack right now. Last night, Matt Jewell 19th in the feature event. Meanwhile, Matt Eagle was 10th in the main event. Lap 1 for Eagle, he is going to be 9th quick, 13.170, 1.3170. Lap 1 for Matt Jewell, how about 23rd, 13.381, 1.3381. Matt Eagle coming by, lap number 2. Can he improve? He does. 6th quick, 13.119, 1.3119. Matt Jewell, lap number 2. He improves as well to 18th overall, 13.328, 1.3328. Matt Eagle 6th and Matt Jewell in 18th.
So we have 4 cars left to qualify for Scarterfield's Smash Repairs in our Sprint Car Time Trials, USA versus WA Sprint Car Speed Week. And we will see whether these 2 can make any inroads inside the top 3 of Sweet, Larson and Whittle. That's who stands at the top right now. 12.962, still the time to beat of Brad Sweet as the 17 car goes past us. Corey Eliason as McFadden, my tip, jumps up into the top 3 with a 13.01. Can he find a little bit more speed as we see the 17 car of Eliason, 13.5, he's 32nd. He's a little bit off the pace right now. McFadden, 2nd lap, is not quicker. 13.013 was his best time at his first lap, and the 2nd lap for the 17. Corey Eliason climbs to 29th with a 13.507. So Sweet, Larson, McFadden now your top 3.
2 cars to come. Cameron McKenzie in car number 4. And Kerry Madsen in car number 26. Can Brad Sweet go right through from start to finish with the quickest time? Only these 2 can depose him. Cameron McKenzie in car number 4. qualified 27th last night. Kerry Madsen in car number 26, he qualified 24th. Cameron McKenzie comes out of turn number 4 to complete his first lap. And it is good enough for 30th, a 13.520. Kerry Madsen comes across the line. He's 27th with a 13.426. Out of turn number 4 for the second and final time for car number 4 of Cameron McKenzie. Oh, that's a really good jump up. He's gone up to 20th with a 13.332. And Kerry Madsen goes to 28th with a 13.426. But ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for our winner tonight, Brad Sweet, with a 12.962. Kyle Larson, James McFadden and Justin Whittle, your top 4. He went from...
The case here tonight at Perth Motorplex with that absolutely fantastic time under the 13-second bracket, 12.962. Kyle Larson second, James McFadden third, Justin Whittle good time along with Tim King in fifth. Callum Williamson, Matt Eagle, then you had Cole Macedo back there in the 8th position. And man, some once again, 2 nights in a row, some good mixes up there in the top 10.
And 0.8 of a second separated the entire field. Let's go down to Tony on the infield.
Thanks very much, guys. Brad Sweet going quick time. Were you nervous with such an early draw after things were flipped following the draw last night?
I wouldn't say nervous, no. I know you got to have a good car. Draw is just a draw. After all the years I've been racing, that's one thing you can't control. So don't get nervous. Just go out and try to put the best lap we could down. And ultimately, the track was really technical. It's probably hard for the fans to see exactly the different lines that were, but everyone's so close right there, and everyone's running real hard. But there was a line down here in 3 and 4 that it was just down a little bit. Ty kind of told me right before I went out, so I was luckily I moved down just a little, and I think that was the ticket to kind of running that little bit faster lap.
Third last night, so you're third in event points. You just went quick time, so you're looking really good. But what was the bigger thrill, that qualifying lap that put you quick time, or driving Coney during the delay?
I would say definitely Coney during the delay. That was a lot of fun, but hats off to the Perth group for getting this thing turned around, and obviously a great crowd tonight. So excited to go see what we can do. Quick time's great, but we want to be standing a couple steps higher on the podium after last night tonight, and get ourselves in a good spot for tomorrow night.
He's the 2024 Kubota High Limit Racing Champion, and he's quick time here on night number 2 of High Limit Racing International. For Landrigan Motorsports, that's Brad Sweet.
So Brad Sweet, quickest in qualifying from Kyle Larson and James McFadden. We'll be back with more from the Motorplex in just a moment.
Sprint cars, and more sprint cars. It's the Merger Contracting Sprint Car Muster. This